Hey, Bug, that's a lot of cameras you have there. And you're right, it is. It's kind of like my crack rock. And I can justify each and every one of them. I have a reason of why I have every one of these. But here's the thing. I didn't go broke doing this. I'm not. I stressed here and there, but I didn't go broke. And that's what I'm going to try to show you guys how to do today, is not go broke getting into the gear. So let's get into it.
Boop boop ba-doo, the average guy. Reviews, tips, and unboxing show. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Ooh.
Every year, thousands of artists around the world lose their focus and lose their way due to a lack of funding, which leads to hunger, homelessness, and worst of all, lack of obtainable gear, which we can't have. And that's what we here at Daddy's house are trying to prevent and help you do. Prevent yourself from going hungry and losing your homes, and worst of all, not being able to buy that gear. So please, don't be one of those people that loses everything for that little moment of happiness, because we want to help you. So you're looking at yourself in the mirror thinking, hey, I could be a zigzagger, a YouTuber, an Instagramium. You're looking at yourself saying, I can do that. All right, sure, you can do that. You can. But like I just said, do you need to go broke doing that? Because do you really need all this equipment to be a zigzagger? No, you don't. You got your phone. You got this thing right here. This thing will do everything this can. So if you don't know where you're going to go, don't go broke. Experiment first, because this is a lot of work. You know how many times I've recorded this to talk to you? Where is this? We're like, oh my God, I've been in here for an hour just to make this 5-minute video. You got to stop. You got to focus, which I don't do. So let's say you do decide you want to go beyond the phone. You want to go beyond this right here, which, it has cameras. It's a good, you want to go beyond that. Well, which direction do you want to go now? Because if you're just looking to point and shoot and making a vlog, photographs, DSLR, that's all you're going to need. You don't need any more than that, because this will do a lot of this. But it's dedicated to pretty much photography. The run times are okay on them, not great. I think this was the generation they started getting 30-minute run times where you could videotape. And I think the newer DSLRs, they can actually do a lot more. But they're limited. They're very limited because they can't do things of other cameras. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Now, if you just want to do some studio work, well, guess what? We got you. Because like the camera I'm recording on and these cameras right here, this is all pretty good studio work. Right? These, boom, boom, boom. Like the camera I'm using there and this camera, this is my studio. This stays in my studio. I mean, if I absolutely need to go and record somewhere, I can pick this up and go, right? But it's pretty bulky. So I decided to go a little bit smaller. And it's pretty small. Like I can still run and gun with this if I absolutely have to. But it wasn't small enough. So I had to go smaller. Now this one, it kind of fits in the pocket, right? And boom, you pick it up, and it takes great quality video. It takes great quality video, but it's limited, and we'll get there as well. It's limited. It's limited. But what if you just want to do some air shots? Photograph in the sky, flying high. Then you want the drone. The drone. Now, this drone has the advantage after all these. It has great video quality, great photo quality, but it flies. And all these have, but this flies. My baby here, like the intro shot to tips and reviews. That's what I took with this thing. And I'm not making money, so FCC, I am not making money. Because here's the thing, with this, we'll get into that. Because there's limitations that we can get in trouble. Now, if you're more of an adventure type, then you're going to want to use these things right here. These are GoPros, DJIs, and the little junior cam, right? And we're going to do a video about the differences in all these. But if you're looking to be more action, like swimming, diving, running, and doing whatever, these are the best cameras for you. They have great quality, but they have limitations as much as any of these. Then, now what if you just want to do immersive VR type stuff and you want to walk through a park and get everybody that experience, that 360 experience, the video I just put up as a test run? Well, you've got the 360 cameras here, right? And what these are neat about is they have 2 lenses on them. 2 lenses. And they do this immersive world. And I'm actually hoping to be able to make this more of a career right here, because this immersive, I love getting in VR and going to places and seeing the world around me. And that's where this goes. But if you're just looking to vlog, I've got one more option for you. This little pocket right here. This thing right here. This little thing, it's as simple as it's on. Boom, it's good to go. And then, boom, I'm vlogging. And I'm recording this right now as I'm vlogging. And that's what's neat about this thing, because this thing can just pop in your pocket. And you can just go with it. And it is freaking... I love this little camera. But it's, turn it off. But it's limited because you can't really get it wet or jump in the river or the snow. It's not an action camera. It's just a pocket vlogger, where these are the action cameras. Now, we're going to go over the limitations really quick, because everything, like I said, has its reasons, and everything has its limitations. Now, if you see my videos, like when I went to the Air Force Museum and everything, these are the cameras that I use. These go everywhere. I can't see it, but these go everywhere. You can just get up in the sky with them, and you can get everywhere, right? And that's why I have these, because these can literally just pop in your pocket, and you want to, boom, start vlogging, pick it up, vlog, and then just in case you decide you want to jump in a river, you got this thing with you. Because people on YouTube, they love seeing dumb crap. They love seeing everyday life. That's what I love about YouTube, is because you get to see people's everyday life. So these are pretty rugged, but they don't get the 360 full event. So you can combine these two. But unfortunately, I don't know how yet when you put the videos together, it doesn't work out as well. So you got a video with either this or with either this, and have 2 separate videos all together. But if you want the immersive action world of these, you've got the 2 lenses, right? But where the limitation is on these, the battery life, and this one as well. The runtime for these and the runtime for these is not that great. So you have to get extra batteries and so on and so forth. But now if you want extra good runtime and good video quality, you've got these things. Now these are fixed lenses. You can't take the lenses off and you can't put new lenses on. But the camera behind me, or the one that's watching you guys while watching me, that one you can take lenses off. But it's a more of an expensive camera, right? Now, the good thing about these, if you're vlogging with these, but you can get ones that have flip out screens and you can vlog, right? You can vlog. But what would you rather vlog with? This or this? If this has the good quality like this and you just throw it in your pocket, this is what you want to vlog with, not this. There are still a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers that will use these cameras, because actually DSLR type cameras, vlogging cameras, have gotten smaller and cheaper and really good actually. So you just have to look at what you want. Now, how did I obtain all these without paying the premium price? Because if I would have paid top dollar for all of these, I would have been, I don't know where I'd be, but I did not pay top dollar for all these cameras. Because if I paid top dollar for all these cameras, to give you an example, this would be a $1,200 camera brand new. Used, they go for between $250 to $450. Actually, I found one with a lens for almost $600. So this would have been a $600 camera if I would have bought it used. But what was the 70 new? This is probably a $1,500 with lens, brand new. Brand new if you got it new. It's an older camera. It came out in July of 2013. This came out in July of 2013. And if I would have bought it brand new, it would have cost me $1,500. And like I said, on the used market right now with the lens, this thing is $600. But I paid $100 for this camera. $100. The reason being is a broken screen. That is how I got this for so cheap. This one I've had pretty much since I began photography. But, so what I did there is I looked all over the internet. eBay, Marketplace, Craigslist, wherever I could. I became a consumer. I got obsessed with trying to find a decent camera. So I would look into the shopping, I would look into used, I would look everywhere for a camera. In fact, I got a friend here in Athens that works at a pawn shop that actually hooked me up with a lot of these cameras right here. And so I would just do whatever I could to find a camera. So I found this one, and like I said, without the lens, it was $100. And why was it $100? Because the screen did not work. I don't know if it's gonna, if we have the power. See, and it works. Oh, I took the lens out. See there, it works. Anyways, turned it off. So anyways, I got a $1,500 camera for a little over $100 because the screen was broken. I went and I checked on the screen how easy it was to replace, and guess what? I got a $1,500 camera. Well, $500 used market camera for roughly $100. As I said, I got this one, and the same thing with all these. So that's one way to do it is go around, find some that are broken. Maybe it's a screen, and screens, if you know what you're doing, a screen might just take a couple screws, a couple popping out a couple pins, put the pins in, put the screen back on, boom, you got a screen. I mean, it might have a broken lens, boom, right? Because here's the thing, technology moves so fast, everybody feels they have to have the brand new whatever. So they get rid of the stuff they have to get the brand new stuff. Because like this 8 right here, this is a GoPro 8. This thing goes right now for between $100 and $150 because everybody wants to get the GoPro 11, and that's like $500, right? But here's the thing, the not quality, but the worth of it is the worth of it drops dramatically because of technology. Like that camera, hang on, let's find out what camera that is. So the camera behind me is a Sony NEXFS 100. And you can still get those new with a lot of the accessories for about $1,200. Came out in 2011, and holy crap, it was a $6,000 camera when it first came out. You can get and I got the body itself. I've got that, somebody was just trying to get rid of it, I got it for like $150. Added the lens. I had to buy a lens. I had to buy the handle and the batteries, but I got to piece it together. So I didn't pay the full whatever it was. And like I said, when it first came out, it was $6,000. But look at the quality. The quality is awesome. And the same with these, right? Because like I said, people just want the new technology, or they just are done with it. Me, in maybe 10 years, I'll get rid of all this gear. But right now, I'm loving it because I've got a lot of wonderful shots I'm doing with the 360 and these that are coming up. So I got excuses. So that's the first thing. Shop around, look at eBay, look at Marketplace, find people, see what you can do to work on them, because you might be able to get a $1,500 camera for $100. I know I did, and I love that. Now, other ways to look for is like a firm, right? A firm or zip, because it's kind of like getting credit, but you don't get a credit card. You only get credit through the store. So like a firm, if you go through somebody like a firm, you can get a $1,500 camera, but the cool thing about that is you get charged over a 6 months to a year period, right? So let's just say, break it down. Let's say this thing costs you $80 a month. Let's just say $80 a month. Is that going to break your bank? Because let's say your rent's $500. Again, power, food, you got to have all that. So if you can afford $80 a month, dude, a firm is freaking great, right? So you can check that out. There's also another one. It's not as cheap as a firm, but it's called Zip. Zip is another way to buy your gear. So you'll go through Best Buy or Amazon or whatever, I'm not sure. But what they'll do is they'll still charge you this. They'll still charge you the price, but instead of taking a year to 2 years or whatever it is they offer you, you're going to have to pay it back in like 2 to 3 months. So your $80 a month tag price, or what you're paying every month, just went up quite a bit, to $300 a month. So can you afford that? If you could, great. That means you get it paid off sooner. So you've got two good options. And the cool thing about them is their interest only goes up like by $100, maybe $200 at most, which isn't too unreasonable, especially if you really want it now. But then you've got to balance out. Okay, so let's say you're going to buy, let's say this thing was $500. I got this for like $76. This thing was $76. I got Yeah, I got some deals here. I got this for $76. So let's say you look at Fern and you want to use this for your vlogging camera, because this isn't, that's not too bad to hold, is it? No, it's not. So you want to use this for your vlogging camera, $76. You want to go through a Fern, that might be $13 a month. But you might be able to save $76 or whatever for this. So save your money. Don't go through them. That's smart. But if you absolutely are like me and you are a crack whore for your cameras and your gear, well, there's two good options. There is an option out there you need to stay away from. It's a company called Flex Shopper. They are horrible. And how they'll get you is they'll say, oh, we're only going to charge you $30 a week. $30 a week. But that's $30 a week times 2, $60, times 4 in a month, that's $120. Okay, still not bad. But after about a year and a half, $2,400 plus dollars for a camera that you could have saved up. So I was saying, you've got a Firm and Zip, which are probably the better ways, and there's more places out there like that. You just got to be very careful who you look at. Don't go to places like Flex Shopper, who are going to charge you 3 times what any of this equipment's worth, because you're not going to get your value back out of it. Because one thing that people don't tell you, technology, the value drops, but the technology doesn't. Like, these are all still good cameras. There's not one of these cameras I wouldn't take into field with me. Well, these, because I don't want my babies to get hurt. I love my babies. So I hope that helped. If you are going to get into videography or whatever it is, be careful where you shop, because you don't want to go broke creating any of this, or creating any of what you do out there, right? And also remember, if you really have to start now and you really want to do it, cell phones are a good option. They can do all the things the action cameras can do. You can get little lenses for them, like these guys. They're not as good as all this, but this will pass. So if you want to be smart, unlike me, and you want to take your time with it, first test the waters. See if it's something that you want to do. Get on your cell phone and make a couple videos. Post them up on YouTube, because the software they have for editing is really cool. It's just really tiny to get to. But then again, you can upload your videos and your pictures to your computer, and you can edit it on your computer. So don't go broke doing this. All right, guys? I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, hit the link in the comments below. I'm going to have video comparisons up of why you should never compare a not cheap, but a less expensive action camera to a GoPro, because people are on the YouTube are crazy. They're trying to compare one of these Wolfangs or iZeekers or whatever cameras. There's another one I'm going to try out that they're trying to compare these to this one. No, these are intro cameras. These are fairly cheap. Like, these are brand new. They're like $150 to $100. The iZeeker IA 7,000 billion up your butt, they're like $100, and they're not bad quality. But we'll talk about that in another video. Next month when I have more cash, I'll buy a few of these little intro cameras. I'm going to call these intro action cameras versus these, because you don't want to get frustrated when you're first trying the cams out. This thing. So guys, I hope this was helpful. And cool news. My friends over at Joker TV are going to invite me to be a part of their show. So starting next week, not only will I be putting out my video, which Twilight 3D, but I'm going to be doing a review of stuff a little more in lines with what they're doing. I can't give anything away. So please, check out Joker TV. I'll be over there next week. And like, comment, share, support, throw me money, pennies. I don't care. I will be a stripper on a pole and you throw pennies at me. I don't care. I'll take it. I'll put it down my boobies here. Anyways, there you go. So I'll check you out later. So see ya. Be ya. Or whatever. Yeah.